What is up? I got some big dates coming up. It's going to be basically my 4-month carnivore follow-up, but this time it's going to include my full blood panel because I go see my doctor on the 8th, and I really want him to be pumped when I see him. I'm pumped to go there for the first time in a long time. And so here's what I got coming up. I'm going to do a 72-hour fast, and I'm going to start it after the UFC this Saturday. Dustin Poirier against Justin Gaethje for the BMF belt. So it's a huge UFC. So we're going to grill steaks that night. And then I'm going to wake up for church on Sunday morning, and I'm going to kick off a 72-hour fast. I'm going to basically allow element in my water, coffee with my element, and I'm going to allow butter in my coffee. So that's it. People are going to be like, oh, you're not fasting. Shut up. That's a fast to me. It's good enough for me. So that's what we're going to do. No heavy whipping cream in my coffee, which is usually only a treat anyway. But I am going to allow butter. Got to keep the ketones flowing. Got to keep the good fuel going. So that's the plan. We will run that Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Monday, I go donate blood, and then Tuesday, I go give blood for my doctor, and I see him on the 8th. And after the 8th, after I see him and I get my blood panel back and do all of that good stuff, I'll have my 4-month follow-up on YouTube for carnivore diet. So it will include some of my numbers from my blood, as well as my current weight at the time, and how I'm feeling overall, which has been fantastic. And so that's where we're at. You guys stay tuned. Take the journey with me. This is the prequel to Chronicles of a 72-hour fast. It is Sunday afternoon. It has been an insane weekend. And I'm about to mash my Zero app to start the 72-hour fast. So we're going to go from 5 o'clock Sunday to 5 o'clock Wednesday, and let you guys in on how it goes. I'm assuming I won't start struggling with the idea of comfort eating till tomorrow night, but I will keep you in the loop. Here we go. All right. It has been a day. So this is the first official day of the 72-hour fast. And so I feel great. I do find myself wanting to eat, whether it be out of boredom or out of comfort. I have a lot of family issues going on right now with my extended family that is very toxic, and you try to manage that stuff, and it's just hard because you're helpless. You can't manage a lot of that stuff. And so it's just interesting that you start to focus on making gains, focus on getting in the best shape of your life, and there are life distractions. I guess there's always distractions in life. But we're one day down. When I wake up tomorrow morning, we'll be, around halfway there. And around 5 o'clock, we'll have 24 hours to go. And it'll be great. And so I just donated blood. I do that once a month, usually. Helps me, helps other people. My iron level right today was 15.8. So anything over, I think, 18 to 20 is pretty high iron level. And anything below 12, they will not allow you to donate because it's too low. So 15.8 is perfect. On the carnivore diet for over 3 months now. Things are looking great. Morning, guys. Headed to work. Feeling good. Just wanted to give you an update. This is day 2 of the 72-hour fast. Feel great this morning. I slept amazing, really good sleep, so I feel fully rested. Got a little double espresso this morning, black, so the brain is firing really good. Feel good. And yeah, down a few pounds, which is great. Moving in the right direction. Got to go give blood for my blood panel for next week, today or tomorrow, hopefully this afternoon. And I got a big day of work ahead of me. So this is going to be interesting because, and we walked 2 miles last night. Got my 2 miles in. I'm starting to really dial in for bow season. Bow season starts here in Florida the 3rd week of September. And so now we start really shooting. Guys are going to be like, you should be shooting all year. I'm talking really dialing it in. I'm getting the last things done in the woods so that we can basically leave the woods alone. So anyway, hey man, have a great day. We're going to get after it. I got my coffee here and we're going to have a great day. But I have a lot of square footage today. I have a lot of lawns to take care of. And so we'll see how the body responds to no food and a pretty big work day. Day 2. Here we go. All right, guys. So just checking in. It's around 12:10, day 2. And I hit my first wall. Started the morning out great. Had my coffee. Felt good. Got to work. Got started. And I got my first 2 big ones out of the day done. Got half a tank done, which is 15,000 square feet. And went back to the truck and I could feel just depleted. Heavy in my legs, heavy in my arms. I had a full Yeti cup of Element and water and just kind of feeling lethargic and tired, you know. Not only are we fasting, but I donated blood last night. So it's just good to know. I'm in the AC right now in my truck, just waiting, giving myself a few minutes to relax because the next one I do is big as well. But strategically speaking, next time we do this, I'll probably do it a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That way, if I don't feel like doing anything, I don't have to do anything. Right now, today, my day is long, and so I have a lot to do. And I'm hoping that I can get it done. But the way I feel right now, I think it's going to get done a little slower than I was hoping. So anyway, that's that. I want to record this whole process, the good, the bad, the ugly, and I'm feeling okay, but not as good as I was feeling this morning. This morning I was feeling great. I weighed in at 164, so it's the lowest I've ever weighed. Obviously, you know, you're fasting, so you're not eating, you're dropping some weight there. You might even gain some of that back. Mentally, I'm great. Everything's fine. I'm paying attention to how I'm feeling and how my body's processing and all that stuff. But I definitely wanted to record this few minutes with you because, again, it's real. So is it the smartest way to do it? Probably not. Looking back on it, probably strategically speaking, like I said, we want to do it over the weekend so I'm not working. And I can take longer breaks. If I need a nap, I take a nap, whatever. But anyway, we'll keep going. Let's go. We have wrapped up our 72-hour fast, and I wanted to do a review with my wife, Megan.
Hi.
We're talking about the benefits of the 72-hour fast, what we learned, what we could do better. My wife has been talking about the interest doing a 72-hour fast. I'm getting ready to go to the doctor next week, next Tuesday, I think it is. I saw my doctor in February. I was 191 pounds, fatty liver, not in good shape. Last year, I had done the carnivore diet. I was 201 pounds, started it, got down to 171 pounds. Went and saw him. I was in the best shape of my life. The mistake I made was that I started to think that there was a destination that I was getting to. That destination idea meaning I could go back to doing whatever I want. That's not the case. I've had to accept that. And so this time around, we're not really looking for an end result. We're not looking for a time frame. We're not looking for any of that stuff. Really what we're doing is we're just adopting a new lifestyle. And I think it's absolutely it's absolutely capable of being sustained. How long after I was on carnivore did you start? Was it like 2 weeks later?
May 1st is when I started.
So about a month. What did you think when I said to you, I'm doing it again? Like,
I said, good.
did you think that this was going to be something that was going to come and go, like a phase again? Like, honestly, you can be honest.
Honestly, until we can say, I've been doing this for a year,
Yeah,
2 years, 3 years, maybe
Yeah.
even 5 years,
sure.
then I will believe that we have healthy habits and we've really changed, because food is just so addictive.
Yeah,
And I think until you've had a cheat, a good cheat, not like, oh, I had a piece of fruit, but like, oh, I ate a piece of cake.
I cried myself to sleep in a pint of ice
No,
cream.
I'm not saying like you have to like
Yeah.
binge, but when you've had a cookie or a cake
Sure.
or something that is the traditional American diet, and you've been able to go, wow, I feel like crap now, and
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that again. Or get right back on the wagon and keep going.
Yeah.
I think that's when you feel like you have mastery over this.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's been too many times where we go, man, I want a pizza, and you have a pizza, and you're off the diet for months. And
So that scares me.
yeah.
So Meg and I have been married for almost 16 years, coming up on 16 years, September 1st. Do we talk about your age and what's coming up?
Sure.
She's getting ready to turn 40.
Whoop, whoop.
So we're trying to hit our best
We're gonna
health.
be fabulously fit at
Like
40.
legitimately. That's the goal. And I'll be 42 in September, at the end of September. So we got like birthday, anniversary, birthday. And
A lot of opportunities to celebrate and mess yourself up.
yeah.
You're not
So
careful.
I've wrestled with my weight. I've wrestled with my health for the longest time. This is actually the first time in my life where I said a few videos ago that I feel like I've done it, like I'm winning. I'm actually making gains. So 72-hour fast was a goal for us. We wanted to try to attempt to do it. We wanted to see how it would benefit us. And what better time to do it than right now? I'll get the 72-hour fast behind me.
Yeah, and there's a lot of benefits to it, but the long ones, over 24 hours, 36 hours, 72 hours, they're hard.
Yeah.
They're hard.
So let me talk just for a few seconds about the first day and a half, and then we'll get your perspective. So day one, I felt fantastic. I woke up, I had my coffee, things felt great. I went to work and I had a light day. And then I got home and I struggled with the routine of eating. When I usually get home, it's right to make dinner. I usually do the majority of the cooking. And so it usually cook right away. Now that's removed. So what do? We went on a 2-mile walk and that was good.
Mm-hmm.
How was your first day and a half?
First day was pretty good because I had the kids to distract me and everything.
Yeah, so school just started.
Yep, school just started. I homeschool, so that takes a lot of my focus during the day. So it's easy for me to go till 2 or 3 in the afternoon without eating. Have to have my coffee though.
Yeah, coffee's a game changer for sure.
Especially, like, I never thought I would be that person that put butter in their coffee. It just looked gross, and I love it.
Listen, day 2, I have my coffee. Meg makes my coffee in the morning. All of our coffee is powered by Element, Chocolate Element, which is another game changer. And I'm in my work truck. I'm starting my day. It's early in the morning. It's like 8. And I take my first sip of coffee. And I text Meg this. I said, the butter hit my tongue and I moaned. I was like, holy crap, this tastes so good. Thank God I'm by myself.
And I wanted to punch him in the face because I was still on my walk in the morning. I hadn't had my first cup, so I was like,
Yeah, so our routine tends to look quite differently throughout the day. I go off to work and like I've told you guys before, I do a lot of manual labor. Meg is a stay-at-home mom. She homeschools 3 kids, 1 in high school, 1 in middle school, 1 in elementary school. So she's got her hands tied with stuff. She tries to get a few miles in the morning, walking around the block. And then we try to wrap it up in the evenings and do the same. But it just looks differently. And so day 2 pops up and I've got more square footage. It's a bigger day. I've got 5 stops right in the beginning of the day that are large. And the first one I get out, I do great, feel great, do great. Second one, same. And I go to mix a new tank and I hit a wall. I could instantly feel it. Now I'm drinking water, I'm drinking Element, I'm having my coffee. It was the weirdest feeling. Legs felt heavy, arms felt heavy, brain fog, and I'm like, whoa, I'm beat. And I had to get in the truck. I drank another Element, and I'm getting the AC going, and I'm starting to feel better. And I'm starting to feel okay, but not myself, not like my normal self. When I'm on the carnivore diet and I'm fully hydrated and I'm fully fed, I am in the zone. I feel it. I feel great. Energy spikes, and I'm just going. And it's not this up and down like I drank a Red Bull. It's like up and I'm steady, you know? And I usually wake up early in the morning. I don't need my alarm clock to wake me up. I'm up before my alarm clock, before I need to be up sometimes, which is a pain. But I'm up and I'm just ready to go. So second day in for you, how did you feel?
I want to say I felt some, I got some like spotting, like when I stood up
Too
in the
fast?
afternoon. Yeah. And I've done fasts in the past, and I had that same feeling of just kind of like, oh, maybe my blood sugar's low or something. So I hydrated, took some Element, that helped. But it hit 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and geometry and fasting and pre-algebra, I just felt slow.
Yeah.
I felt sluggish. I felt slow, brain fog. And normally I have that extra oomph in the evening to get them tucked into bed and stuff, and I didn't. I had a headache on the evening of day 2 and was just ready to put the covers over my head and go to bed. So
Yeah, I slept hard night 2. I had some family issues that crept in that were really tough to deal with. I had some work malfunctions that I had to work through. Always attitudes at different times with kids. And so in the midst of being, not having the fuel that you're used to, you're trying to stay positive.
calm.
You're trying to, calm. One thing that I mentioned in the beginning of this video is that we would both pay attention to and have grace for being hangry. Our family is the type of family we need food. Please, God, never let us go through a famine, right?
Right.
We just get nasty when we haven't eaten. And so we wanted to make sure that we remembered that, because we didn't want to be snapping at each other.
Yeah, I think at one point I had to apologize to one of the kids because I got a little short.
Yeah.
So, and I think that was on day 1. So,
yeah. And I tried to navigate my family issue as well as I could, and I think I did pretty good. But I think it's because I was able to do it at afar, and I had good support team, you, Billy, to be able to talk to through it. I think if I would have entered into those moments, I probably wouldn't have done as well as I think I did. So, fortunate for that. Day 3 hits, and the goal here, guys, is to reach autophagy.
And who knows if we actually hit autophagy, because we put butter in our coffee.
Yeah.
We're having coffee.
True.
There's not a whole lot of science out there about autophagy. It's fairly new.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we might have been not hitting any of it because of the coffee. But
72 hours, no solid food was tough enough.
Yeah.
So
agreed.
if it wasn't good enough, tough.
Yeah, I definitely don't think I want to try like a 72-hour water fast.
No.
Unless I am like on an island by myself and I have no choice.
Yeah, I'm not spring chicken anymore.
I just don't think I'd be very nice to people.
Yeah, it's different when you're older, it seems. Like I did that one fast with my buddy Luke, and it was very hard. And
you got very hangry.
Oh my gosh, it got very cold. It was so weird.
Man hormones.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure there were some of those.
There's
So,
a
but
lot of those.
this is about as far as I want to go with it. 72 hours is the cutoff for me. Day 3 was today. Was tough.
Dinner was so good.
Dinner was great. Had some burgers.
So good.
Had an omelet.
And I had wings.
And some wings. Man, we've been doing just
Wings in
air
the
fried
air fryer.
wing
Oh.
with Redmond's real salt. Holy moly. Yeah, it's been good.
I was looking for every opportunity to cheat all day. I'm just like, you know what? It's close enough. You know what? Oh, it's lunchtime. I have food in the fridge that needs to be eaten up. The kids are being picky. They don't want to eat it. I don't want it to go bad. I mean, the real that was going on in my brain was insane.
Yeah. One thing I love about carnivore is that things really don't go bad. You're eating them up, you know? So yeah, that's always interesting. But to get home, have dinner, recharge, refuel, I feel really good. Weight-wise, I was going between 166 and 168. End of day 2, I was 164, which is a low for me. That's an all-time low. Woke up this morning, I was 164. Ate dinner just because I was curious. I was 166. And, you know, I'd like to be floating, hopefully floating between 164 and 166 tomorrow morning. We'll see. If I'm up to 168 again, what are you going to do? You know, I'm having a lot of water and element, and I'm trying to make sure that I'm hydrated while I'm out at work. So, you know, this is a marathon, not a sprint. How about you? What about your weight?
Oh, you want me to share my weight?
I do want you to share your weight. Yeah.
Well, I started the fast at 144 and went down to 142.
Okay.
But, you
so
know,
we're kind of like right in there.
Tomorrow when you get on the scale after eating, it's probably going to be right back up. But I wasn't really doing it so much for weight. Like I said, I wanted to clean stuff out.
So this was not a 72-hour fast to drop weight. This was a 72-hour fast to hopefully achieve autophagy, as well as just...
I want all the skin to tighten up, because after losing some weight and having 3 kids, it'd be nice to...
Sure.
So that's what I'm going for.
I could use that too. Maybe some hair grows back or something. I don't know. But overall, it was a good experience. One thing that I felt like we learned from this process is if we're going to do this again, which I'm sure we will eventually, as much as it will be hard because of the board factor, normally on Sundays we're eating, you know, picking here and there, but we've got church and stuff like that, so we can fill those hours.
Oh, I'm sure you can fill those hours with projects.
Projects for sure. I think the important thing to do is do it on a Thursday at 5. And go from Thursday to Friday to Saturday to Sunday. And that way I'm not working, because working is tough. It's tough to fast and work through a 72-hour fast. So I think that would strategically be smarter, safer. And so, yeah, I think that's the goal. What do you feel like you learned on this first try?
I like during the week because I'm busy, so it's easier for me, but I don't like to worry about you. And
sure,
I was kind of going, you know, that's a lot to ask of somebody that's doing manual labor. I'm at home with the kids, so I can be in the AC and stuff, but I don't think I would have made it out in the sun at all.
It was hot. You need a big hat.
I think the next time that we do it, I'd like to do it on the weekend, but also like do it more regularly. Yeah. Because I think the first time is hard, but when it becomes part of your, same way the regular intermittent fasting has become kind of normal for us. I think if you say, oh, I'm going to do this quarterly or bi-monthly, I'm not sure I'm ready to do this monthly, but maybe quarterly, you know, just for the longevity factor, you know, of, hey, you know, I want to be healthy long term, and to shock your body a little bit. I think to put it into a fast state every once in a while, it's a good like reset. So I'm game for doing that. Just
cool.
A couple months.
Thanks for joining us. This is the wrap up of the 72-hour autophagy fast. So navigate the wild.